Hi, this is Kevin D. Horty, Lean Coach here at the Health System, and we just wanted to walk you through how you could prioritize some of the opportunities that came forward. When you're identifying your waste and you're identifying the problems in your current state map, if you have an overwhelming amount of things that came forward, say in the hundreds, there are a few things that we like to do just to narrow down and prioritize what the team should be focused on first. And you see this funnel that essentially takes us through all of our different ideas represented by those light bulbs and taking them through some of the different prioritization techniques. We're going to talk right now about nominal voting and impact effort matrices. We also have a prioritization matrix that we're not going to get into here, but that we could share with you if you're looking at more strategic type prioritization of your issues and problems. The first thing is nominal voting, and the intention isn't for you to be able to read this entire slide, but essentially what nominal voting is taking all of your different ideas and giving everybody on your team an equal voice and an equal vote on where they think our efforts should be focused first. So you do that by taking all of the different ideas. Let's say there was, 60, let's just say, 40 different ideas. You would divide that by 3, and then each person would get whatever that came out to be. That's how many votes they would get each. And essentially, we use usually like little, what do you call those? Just dots that you buy at Office Max, red dot or a green dot, sticky dots that you can just peel off and place it right on the actual idea. And then you can add up what got the most votes. And that also helps in avoiding the squeaky wheel syndrome, where whoever is the loudest of the group or the most influential says we should start here and everybody sort of falls in line, versus really relying on the collective wisdom of your entire team to point us in the direction of where we should spend our time. So some of the key points that it says here is that all votes must be used and only one vote can be placed per item. So someone, if they were given 10 votes, couldn't place all 10 votes on the same exact issue. Be sure to clarify all the items and eliminate any duplicates before using this n divided by 3 method. So what that means is if, let's say, the idea around a specific problem surfaced multiple times in your map, you would want to combine those so that people are only voting on it once and not diluting their votes across the same issue on many different items. And then limit the number moving to the next prioritization process to under 25, just to keep things simple. So the example that I was struggling so hard to explain just a moment ago, that's perfectly explained here on this particular slide, is if you had 30 opportunities on your map, so that's your n, so n divided by 3, or in this case 30 divided by 3 would be 10 votes per participant. And again, you just add all those up and see which ones got the most votes, and you can concentrate your efforts there. The impact effort matrix is basically a way for us to look at an issue from 2 different perspectives and look at those from those 2 perspectives at the same time. And so that allows us to, again, further prioritize those opportunities. So then you might have 10 things come forward from your nominal voting, and you take those 10 and work them through the impact effort matrix to narrow it down even further. So what you basically do is you say, if we fix this particular problem, will it have a high, medium, or low impact on our particular goals that we're trying to accomplish? And will it have a high, medium, or low amount of effort for us to implement that? And then you answer those questions for each of the different opportunities, and you can start to put them into different buckets. So for instance, things that have a high impact but take a low effort, those are really our diamonds in the rough. It says, wow, this is going to have a really high impact and it doesn't take much to do. Let's just go ahead and implement those. Those that have a low impact and a low effort, so the lower left-hand side, are our low-hanging fruit. So they're we may not get huge benefit from it, but it's easy for us to do and we'll get some benefit, so we might as well just put those into more of a just do it category. On the top right, if it's a high impact, but it's going to have a high effort, we want to build that into our long-term planning so that we're addressing those in our plan in some way, and we have people dedicated towards working towards that. And then if something ends up being a very low impact but a high effort, those are sort of our things that we should be very wary of. In fact, those should probably be X'd right out of our plan because we're not going to get a very high benefit, and it's going to be really difficult for us to do. So we can just kill those on the spot and eliminate those from contention of something that we would be working on as a team. And I mentioned this concept of a prioritization matrix that I'm not going to get into here, but that there is, you can follow up with Brendan and or I or any of the lean coaches here at the health system, and they'd be able to provide you with some very detailed instructions on how to use a more complex prioritization matrix, which is really, really helpful for strategic type decisions when you're really looking at where you should focus your efforts at a high level. This process is a really nice way to walk through and do some strategic planning around how we should spend our time and resources. So hopefully that's helpful in helping us take a bunch of opportunities, a bunch of different problems that were surfaced as a part of our current state, and really starting to narrow those down in terms of what are we going to work on next as a team. So with that, thank you very much.